have you ever smoked a joint, Fram, ever?
One time in college, and it gave me I hallucinated, so never again.
I'm shocked that you did.
I tried it. It just wasn't for me. It made me tired.
I'm not a smoker at all. I don't smoke anything. I do like the smell of it, though. If it's the right, I don't know what you call. I think I can get a professional Joe Salome from the Georgia Hemp Company. What's the word I'm looking for? The right aroma, the right level,
right aroma, the scent, the terpene profile.
The profile. If it's the right profile, then I'm all in. So this is a big week for you.
Absolutely. 420 is our Christmas.
It really is. How many locations do you have of the Georgia Hemp Company?
We are up to 4 locations, and we're building out 2 more. We're going to serve the people of Kennesaw and the northern Sandy Springs area there.
You know where your stoners are. I like to see the research on that. He knows where to go.
Well, we got to ask you about this new law, though, because there's this new law that's going to require testing, I guess, for hemp-infused edibles, drinks, other consumable products for those over the age of 21. How is this going to affect you? Why does this matter?
Leslie, actually, this is what we were at the Capitol fighting for. We wanted regulation a little bit, right, to put some framework around our industry to give us guidelines to operate under. We've had 0 guidelines to operate under, and this is going to put some framework around our industry for manufacturers, for distributors, and for consumers. Consumers are now going to have packaging that can't resemble anything that children would be attracted to. It has to have certain logos on it to identify what's in the packaging, along with a QR code for lab testing. And so it's really doing a lot for us. It's going to push out some of the bad players that are just kind of willy-nilly throwing products out on the market, and maybe keeping some of the resellers out of the market as well. Maybe some gas stations don't participate moving forward.
Isn't it obvious the dudes selling it out of their trunk, those are the guys that you probably shouldn't trust?
Fire your dealer.
I'm surprised it took this long.
Right. Well, they've let this industry run wild. And when I say industry, a multi-billion-dollar industry. And now, does that threaten some of those dollars? I mean, I know that those dollars are kind of encompassing everything, all the things you said, some bad actors. But for you guys, does it change your business at all?
The only thing it changes for us is we can no longer sell the actual flower to smoke. And so that's the only thing we can't do. Everything else, it actually gives us some confidence to move forward. Our edibles, our beverages, now we can have more confidence going and selling those into bars, restaurants, and venues. Everything that we do now has some structure around it. And yes, this is putting the legal cannabis industry on check. We have been crushing their industry because they're so regulated. It keeps buyers from coming into their stores, but also keeps competition from coming into the industry. So we have actually, because of the lack of regulation, we've been able to overcome them and actually take over them.
We're talking to Joe Salome, the co-owner of the Georgia Hemp Company. So yeah, it makes sense that if you're going to sell something, you need a license to sell it, correct?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. It really does make sense. Yes.
How do you get new business? Like if you're a pot business, because you're either in or out, right? I mean, you're either in or out of that world, so to speak. Is that true or no? Is that not fair?
No, in today's world, we have positive messaging versus negative propaganda, which what we all grew up with. So the positive messaging is bringing a lot more people to the table. Having doctors being able to recommend it is bringing more people to the table. And also just the internet with the mass amount of information. And that's kind of what really empowered me to do this industry and get into this industry, is that the information is online from all over the world. And now we're sharing information as humans versus being told what to do from our government.
Well, those stiff people, well, ironically, some people come in for sore muscles. But I'm talking about the stiff people who are like, no, 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 no. I mean, there are so many uses that people, anxiety, just to relax, to detach, to shut down. So I have no problem with it. I tried an edible and it didn't do anything to me. Mm-hmm. And so, I would do it again, but I need your guidance.
We'd love to have you in the store, Barnes, for a consultation, a full consultation.
Barnes, you need a consultation.
Yeah, we can really dig down on your needs. And it's not just about THC.
Right.
It's about CBD, CBN, CBG. There's so many cannabinoids that feed our endo or natural cannabis system that we can all benefit from that don't necessarily get you high.
Yeah, we need an education. Well, there are things going on this weekend for 420 Fest. Talk about your little golf tournament that's happening.
Yeah, this is our third annual Green Hat Classic. I'm kind of playing off the green jacket with the Masters.
Nice.
So this is our Green Hat Classic. Every player will get a nice green hat with the logo on it. We have vendors on every other hole, such as beverage, THC beverage vendors, infused food vendors, ourselves, of course, our bank, one of the only hemp-friendly banks out there, First Citizens Bank. And so we're really happy to have our third annual. We're really celebrating this cannabis on 420, the cannabis theme. And then we're going to roll that into Saturday and be out at the Sweetwater 420 Festival.
Of course, because why wouldn't you be?
Why wouldn't we be?
Is there, now the golf is on Friday. Are there any spots left in that, or is that done deal?
Absolutely. We do have a few spots left, so you can check out our website, our socials, for all that information. And the golf tournament does benefit the Kyle Pease Foundation, so it is for a good cause as well.
Oh, that's good.
Is there a universal sign that you're into hemp or pot or whatever? Like swingers, it's what? Pineapple, right? The pineapple is somewhere. What's the universal? Is there one? Like,
man, I wish I knew because, growing up, my ideal image looking in High Times was a businessman in a high-rise smoking a joint. And so I always idolized that. But I also idolized Cheech and Chong. So I think it's really kind of a tip of the cap. You kind of do one of those, nods to somebody.
The lazy nod?
Yeah, the lazy nod or kind of a little tip of the cap or a little tip of the nose kind of deal that you're like, hey, you kind of see each other. I don't know, there's something about it. There's something about a stoner that knows each other. It's usually the laugh.
Oh, give us the laugh, Joe. Come on.
You got to give me something to laugh about.
Well,
tell me.
There it is. It's kind of Beavis-y.
Do you, Joe, I'm just curious, honestly, and it says, do you smoke every day?
100%. I'm an avid consumer. My tolerance is high, but I use it because I believe in what it can do for my health long term. I've treated my ADHD with it. Now I'm 43 and I have lots of inflammation, and that's another thing to treat as we get older. So yes, I'm a user. I'm a smoker. I'm an eater. I put it in my bulletproof coffee in the morning. I use CBN at night to sleep. Yes, I'm an
Man, you are all in. How do you stay in business with yourself?
Well, it was either go into business or go out of business. So I stayed in business, and then I just kind of grew the empire, and now I can just go into the back room and grab
Barnes,
what I want.
he's a smoker, toker, and a midnight joker.
My girl.
I heard the laugh right there. I heard the Beavis laugh. There it is. Look at him.
By the way, Beavis and Butthead now back on is hilarious. I love rewatching the episodes.
Okay, so Friday's the golf tournament. Saturday's all your 420 action, and you're going to get down there with the 420 Fest as well. So another thing to look for you. Dude, busy day. Don't consume too much because you're throwing out the first pitch on Saturday.
Yes, our other brand, Simply Sports CBD, we're the official CBD of the Atlanta Braves, and I get to throw out a first pitch, and I chose 420 obviously for a reason.
Duh. I can't believe you talked the Braves into having a whole theme around 420. That's impressive.
What they don't know, and you trick them into things sometimes.
Oh, so your bro's just like, I'd really like to do it on April 20th.
Yeah.
I love throwing out the first pitch. That's a big deal. Congrats.
I love that.
Thank you, Leslie. I've been practicing with my daughter in the backyard. She's a sophomore. We're tossing,
There is no practice that can get you ready because I did that once, and it is not easy. All I'm saying is put more into it and especially if you've been smoking at the 420 Fest all day, you need to come in with a breather. Try one of your energy drinks, whatever, but you need to throw it harder than you think. Mm-hmm. That's my only tip.
That's what they said. Don't hit the dirt.
You've got to, it's better to go high than to do a skidder.
Like the old Jon Stewart. Just throw it in the stands.
Stop around 3 o'clock. You need to chill down a little bit and do some upness, whatever that is in your store. All right. Check out the Georgia Hemp Company if you're interested. That's Joe Salome. Great to see you, man.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for having me, y'all.
You got it. This is the original. Give me a laugh. It's 99X.